Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Just because I can. And I continue with Alan Wake Blind. I'm able to use the TV now, which presumably will give me another episode of Night Springs. So let's do that. Is it just going to give me advertisement?
Want access to thousands of applications? Verizon Wireless has you covered. Check out the latest games. Discover new music and old favorites. Social networking, sports scores, news. It's all at your fingertips. No matter what you're into, Verizon Wireless can satisfy your never-ending appetite for apps. Check out VCast apps and load up your phone.
Okay, that was kind of pointless. Like, the ads weren't even funny. Usually in games, if you have ads on TV, they try to make them a little more comedic. But this was actually kind of pointless. Oh well, let's continue. Okay, I guess I have to wait for the door to break down on their own, kind of? Like, not on their own, but... Okay, that was... Like, I understand what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to position myself in such a way that the chandelier would have broken the door and then dodge it at the last second. But because I suck, I didn't do that. Okay, I'm dead actually. Because it has only so much as to touch me to actually... Oh, maybe I can flee.
Ow! I'm here!
Okay, I wonder if I am in any danger in this area, because I would like to maybe explore it a little bit before before fleeing completely, just to be sure I didn't overlook anything. There was clearly like a staircase, for example. I'm pretty sure I must have missed that, unless like I missed the moment in which accessing the staircase near the sundial. I think it was actually this way. I must have missed the moment in which accessing it was possible, which, I'm not going to lie, makes me kind of salty. Like, I feel bad about missing it, but... read. Suspended. Lauren Miller, 1989. Okay. What even is that? Is that like a... I don't know, a Death Star? Like, it doesn't look like... I don't think it's a diver's helmet. Doesn't look like a helmet. Well, I guess that's art for you. Sometimes don't really know what it's about. Okay, can't go this way. I guess maybe he will give me his flashlight, and then I will be able to explore some more, maybe.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al! Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
An interesting visual. Okay, that, on the other hand, did not quite work the way I wanted it to. However, I was more or less correct in my assumption that I'll be able to investigate a little bit later. So I guess let's check if I can open the side gate over here. Nope. Because I distinctly remember there being like a staircase up at one of the terraces.
Oh, jeez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
Okay. Proceed through the garden. So maybe I'll get to the terrace sort of from the other side once I get through the maze. What was the rule? Always go the same direction?
Al, hurry up!
Probably
Those evil guys moving around!
not going to work for me. I can get lost pretty easily even in a place that wasn't specifically designed to do that to you. I guess it mostly don't trust Emil. Who's Emil? I don't think I've met a character called Emil. Wait. Although maybe Hartman. What's Hartman's name? Is it Emil Hartman? Maybe it is. Yeah, right. So in that case, thank you for redundant information again, game. I kind of knew not to trust him already. My biggest fear is that if I don't investigate all of the maze, I'm going to miss the pages. Wake sees the old god's stage.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Huh, so is the place of power that the brothers mentioned like a
Be careful! I can see them moving around! They're coming for you!
like a super advanced stage? I guess if I'm going to visit it, it sounds pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of looking forward to that. Okay, I can use the batteries more liberally because it seems to me my resources reset anyway with the beginning of each new chapter. Hartman and the power failure.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
So apparently Hartman does have a plan of some sorts. Is that the brothers?
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long. You get 3 pills in the evening, and then you'll sleep.
Wait, who even, like, from the sound of him? He sounds like the game dev talking about pills, but he doesn't look like him.
And I don't have to punish anybody. This is just...
Okay, I'm kind of dead, actually. Apparently, there's a flare gun around here. Oh. I guess I'm still dead. Is that Hartman? No. It is one of the orderlies, because you can guess that from the way he looks, with the shirt tucked into his pants. But why did he? I'm pretty sure he was talking as if he was the game dev about the pills, because that's what that character was talking about before. So I'm a little bit confused in that regard. Nothing else here. Okay. Hopefully I didn't miss any of the pages in the labyrinth. There's a shotgun, as well as another page. Mott in charge.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Okay. Actually, now that I think about it again, I wonder if the maze is yet another reference to The Shining, because obviously, at least in the film, not so sure about the book, but at least in the film, there was a maze, like a shrubbery maze near the Overlook. So I wonder if that's kind of connected, because there have been multiple references to Stephen King in this game, and obviously even Alan Wake himself seems to be a fan. Anything here? Not really, and I can't even jump out there, so I'm guessing from that it's probably not important. Yeah, that was retarded of me, but... Oh, come on! Okay, I guess I have to fight them again. Okay, there's a message. Emil made Tom do it. Do what? Create the darkness by writing? Because the darkness seems to be sort of powered up by like creative endeavors. I guess that's the reason why Hartman created this institution specifically for artists, because he wants to somehow harness their creative power. Okay, apparently there's something here. I wonder who has hidden all of the things around. Like, because I guess in some places it might make a little bit of sense for the supplies to be there, but in others it seems very video gamey. Like, I wonder if it's going to turn out later that it was Alan Wake who wrote it, because obviously this whole story seems to be more or less unfolding the way it is in the manuscript. So maybe Alan Wake himself wrote it this way because he wanted it to be easier for himself. He basically, it's almost like he used cheats to create those implausible situations in which he gets supplies out of nowhere in his journey. Okay, I have a bunch of pages missing. Hartman sedates Wake.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Okay. Is that Barry on the other side, or? He has like a red jacket.
Al! You're alive!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry,
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so,
I guess I'm supposed to defend myself
I'll find it, don't worry about it!
while he tries. I'll gather them together
I'm on it!
and put a flare in here toward them. Oh, damn it, that didn't quite work the way I intended it to.
Oh, hey, I found a quarter!
Found a quarter. I know I'm kind of a little wasteful with the supplies, but as I said, this game seems to be structured in a way in which it doesn't really make sense to hoard them, because you lose them with the beginning of each chapter anyway.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest. You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
He still took the time to pack the cardboard cutout into the car. At this point, I kind of no longer believe that he did it to punish Rose. I think he has like a weird affection for it himself.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the
But
craziest.
maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out! Al! God damn it, Al, talk to me!
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Of course I did. Of course I did. That's the reason I'm not particularly hoarding the supplies.
Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall.
Ah, so I guess he's down there. And he must be obsessed with the cutout, like, come on.
Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh, yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Why would you even mention it in a life-threatening situation if you don't have a weird obsession? Is that the farm in the distance? I guess so.
You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al. I'll be waiting.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Okay. And again with the darkness felling trees, like it's almost ridiculous the degree to which the darkness hates trees, apparently. Okay, I don't really have a way to fight it for the time being. I just need to flee from all of the possessed items. Oh, there's like a searchlight here. Okay, that didn't quite work as far as dodging it goes, but it still kind of worked as far as it being destroyed goes. So which way am I supposed to go? I would imagine over here. So I'll go back. Frick, I'm actually dead. I'll go back to investigate the other side of this. Is there something there? I think it's a page from the manuscript, which would obviously be useful to me. Okay. Walter at the Anderson farm.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Ah, Walter is the drunkard from the police station. I'm not yet sure what's his role in the story, but I guess he will come to view soon enough. So I wonder if this links with the other path. guess it does, because this is the staircase. Okay, get to the farm.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Turn the paw. What paw? Something happening? I can't hear something happening, I think, but... Oh, I guess it just turns very, very slowly. Or my keyboard is not working. I guess that's also totally a possibility.
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
As I said a number of times, my keyboard is slowly breaking down, so that's why the input is sometimes not correct. Because, for example, the keys keep pressing themselves twice. That's why I usually, when I try to sprint, damn it. When I try to sprint, I usually dodge at first, because technically I'm clicking W 2 times in close order. Okay, I guess I need to jump over that gap. There's another page. Nightingale arrests Wake.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Okay, so the agent is clearly a psycho, like, well, assuming, you know, his inner thoughts are relayed correctly by the manuscript, because, like, you have to be not all there in the head to actually consider, especially as a pretty much a policeman. Or I guess he is like akin to a policeman as an FBI agent. You have to be pretty deranged to actually seriously consider murdering someone on the spot who's unconscious at the time, because, you know, it's one thing to act in self-defense and to kill... Wait. How did... I didn't power it up, so how did the gate disappear? And which way am I supposed to go? I guess this way is...
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
So I'll check the end of the sort of platform here. It's one thing to kill somebody in self-defense as a policeman, you know. I understand it's a dangerous job and things happen sometimes, but it's another thing entirely to actually have an unconscious suspect and to actually consider straight up murdering him on the spot. Like, come on. That's not really a behavior I would expect out of a policeman, or anyone else with morals, actually, you know, regardless of if he's a policeman or not. Okay, I have 0 batteries. Trust no one in the dark. I've read that already. The hints have not been particularly helpful as of late. I guess this is the part of the game where the game would want me to run from my enemies instead of fighting them. And that's why it only gave me 0 batteries. Okay, I'm like super dead. Yeah, I'm super duper dead.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
I guess I could try restarting the engine, but I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough time, especially with all of the projectile weapons they keep throwing at me. Yeah, that's not going to happen. And actually, once again, I'm super dead. Huh. I guess maybe I'm supposed to stun them for a little bit, because if you boost the light, it actually stuns them. So let's try that. Third time's a charm, or whatever. Come on, how... Ah, okay, I guess it was a projectile weapon, as I said. Okay, I'm dead. Actually. Yeah, I'm super dead. Although, maybe I can reach the light. Obviously they will disappear once I do. Okay. You know what? This episode has actually been long enough, so I'm going to pause here. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!